So we've been covering and talking about these tragic major mass shootings over the last week in the United States. One of them took place in Colorado. And as if we needed any kind of reminder about the pernicious and depraved nature of the NRA, the National Rifle Association, consider that the NRA bragged that it helped block a ban on AR-15s and high-capacity magazines in Boulder, Colorado, just days before a shooter with exactly that type of firearm killed 10 people in Boulder at a grocery store. Think about that. The NRA bragging about that. And after the shooting, the NRA actually tweeted a defense of the Second Amendment. If you can imagine anything more crass and poorly timed, although maybe for them, it's exactly the right time to tweet this stuff, saying, quote, a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. They are bragging about their role in blocking a Boulder, Colorado ban on the exact type of weapon that 6 days later was used for the shooting. And the NRA tweeted about a decision made in Boulder, quote, a Colorado judge gave law-abiding gun owners something to celebrate. He ruled that the city of Boulder's ban on commonly used AR-15s and 10-plus round magazines was preempted by state law and struck them down. This was a ban passed by the Boulder City Council unanimously in 2018. They passed in 2018 an assault weapons ban and a high-capacity magazine ban after the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas school shooting in Parkland, Florida. It has gone through appeals and this fight, and now the NRA celebrates, we got them back, the AR-15s. And then 6 days later, one is used in Boulder, Colorado to kill 10 people. And what we have to remember and understand is, I mean, listen, first of all, there is no more depraved and backwards organization in the U.S. than the National Rifle Association, maybe the Republican Party, but one of the most depraved and backwards organizations. But you have to understand that the NRA is a business lobby. OK, who are the customers of the NRA? It's not the gun owners. It's the gun manufacturers. And the gun manufacturers make money by selling guns. Democratic presidents help to sell guns because the NRA will claim that these Democrats are going to come and take your guns. Under Barack Obama, under the threats from the NRA, under the announcements from the NRA that Barack Obama was a threat to your gun ownership, we saw record gun sales. Under Donald Trump, who was not caricatured as the president that will take your guns, gun sales actually declined. The other aspect of this, and this is, it's just a reality. Mass shootings also sell guns for two reasons. Number one, the NRA comes in and says, look at how dangerous the world is out there, partially because the NRA has been so successful. It's really dangerous out there. You need guns. And then so people go and then they buy more guns. And then, of course, mass shootings also sell guns because after the mass shooting, groups like the NRA and other gun rights groups will say, this is not the time for Democrats to come take your guns, which they want to do, which perpetuates people wanting to go and stockpile even more firearms and ammunition. So as I said earlier today, we have a Second Amendment. I don't dispute that. My left-leaning gun-owning friends don't dispute that. Many of us on the left have actually armed ourselves during the pandemic, partially for fears that, if these supply lines for, toilet paper, but maybe more critically, other items, medical elements, food, whatever, if the supply lines are interrupted for longer periods of time, many on the left saying, I don't want the right wingers to be the only ones with the firearms. So this is not about contesting that there's a Second Amendment or whatever. This is about the pernicious and depraved nature of groups like the NRA, whose answer is always more guns. Their primary thing is, let's prevent bans on any types of firearms. And then their secondary thing is, if it's safe out there, we say it's safe because of guns. If it's dangerous out there, we say, well, you need more guns. If there's a Democratic president, they're coming for your guns, so you should get them now. The answer is always more guns for the NRA. and it's hard to imagine at this point a more immoral organization. There probably are some, but I'm struggling to think of them.